This is not financial advice. I just think you bunch of them, Miss Baby, because it's about to get hot in the kitchen. But I gotta say this: make sure that you talk to a licensed professional financial advisor in your area. Trading involves risk. Now let's get right into it. The first banger I want to bring to your attention is ticker symbol PAYS. You can find this on any investing app: Moomoo, Robinhood, Webull, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, and the like. This one is currently $7.94. We've been talking about it since it was about $4, but it's been on an absolute run. I'm going to get into the details on this, so make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, so you can stay up to date and understand the hottest stocks on the market. I'm also going to get into BBAI, which is Big Bear AI, which is pulling back a little bit, but we like that because this gives us an opportunity to get in. But I gotta say, we or us, whenever I say that, I'm talking about me. YouTube might try to take the videos down saying that we're harmful and dangerous, so I gotta make sure that you understand. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. I can't tell you what to buy, hold this out. This is just financial education. This is for entertainment purposes and educational purposes only, baby. Now, speaking of baby, I wanna bring up something that really warmed my heart, that is gonna inspire you to build and to pour into the next generation. This is Danny Phantom 1411, and he said he just had a newborn daughter, and he introduced her to the KGU family literally hours after being born. Family, put a heart in the chat, because this is what he said: it feels great working from home because now he learned how to trade and to make money. And I know many of you feel like that as well. You feel like you want to be able to make money so that you can step out of situations that you don't like anymore. I want to give another shout out to, this is Bacon Bits, and Bacon Bits just said they improved after joining me and the whole family. Shout out to the Crown Traders. In the last 3 months, made $12,100. Family, I love to see that. Just think about making like $4,000 or more a month. That's a huge cover for a lot of these bills or a lot of these investments that you want to build. And this is a note for today. Class is in session. Take a screenshot of this. The cup and handle pattern. You can see how it's a cup, and then it's a little handle, and then it's a breakout pattern right there. I want you to get used to these patterns on the charts. They're often quite simple, and when you see it, you know what to do and you know how to react. Let's get back to pay signs, because again, I like bringing you the ultimate value on all of these that we have. Pay signs is currently about close to the $8 range, but it's still in the $7 range. The first buy zone for this, if you are in a rush to get in, the first buy area, we like to buy where the institutions buy, and it's about $7.50 in that area. The major buy area, where most institutions have been buying it, is about $5.70. And when you have the patience and you let these plays come to you, and you don't want to watch the charts all day, every single day, that's when you have the patience and you wait, because you got to be willing to buy it low. But the only way to buy it low is for it to drop, right? So you got to understand, just like my guy Danny Phantom was telling his baby that he just had, buy low, sell high. That's the name of the game. This is something that I'm interested in, that I saw, and I always tell you, make sure you check in the trends, but not just the chart trends, also the trends on the big dogs who are in the game, the larger investors. How do I do this? I'm looking at the Robinhood app right now, and I can see that they have a little spike, and I circled it in red so I ain't got to hit you in your head. A little spike in buying, and you can see that it's green. Before they were buying a lot, then they sold a lot. But now they starting to pick up a little bit on the buying, and we can see this thing run from $4 to $7 and almost to $8. Why are they doing that? Because this is a small company. However, they are a profitable company. When you look at the last earnings, they've either been slightly over expectations or slightly under their expectations of what the money they expected to bring in. However, every single time in the last, let's call it even a year, they have been profitable. You know, a company is not profitable when you're looking at these numbers and it's like negative numbers. 1 cent is profit, 2 cents is profit, 5 cents is profit per share. Now there's a lot of shares, so then this money really equates itself to a bigger stack of money, but it's a profit. They didn't lose money per share, so we love to see that. The next one is Big Bear AI, and Big Bear AI is currently about $7.40 at the time of this recording. However, it's up 10% the past week, which we've been talking about this one. Here's an area where some institutions, very light, but some are buying it at $7.45. I'm talking about very, very light. And to be honest with you, sometimes they can even be late to the party. So where I would prefer to get into something like this would be in the $6.50 range, if not the $6.40 range, because there are way more institutions, and the institution is just a large investor. It could be the Bank of America, it could be a hedge fund, it could be a property man, it could be whatever. It could be a private equity manager, just people who have a whole lot of money, often referred to as whales, who are buying. and they often buy this more so in the 640 range, but sometimes you don't see prices like that and you gotta wait. But I'm telling you this because if you understand the game, you're gonna be able to make some money. And I was just telling you that PAYS was a profitable company. Now BBAI, you can look at their earnings and they expected to have consistent earnings, but they've been actually underperforming in the earnings. So when I look at this, I see that they've been getting more and more negative, right? But this is an interesting thing. Companies like artificial intelligence, related companies or companies that try to integrate artificial intelligence into things, they're often pumping so much money into their research and development that they don't turn a profit. Imagine that you open a new store, and let's call it even a lemonade stand, and then you make $10,000, right, in profit. And you thinking, yo, I could try to use this to pay bills, or I could try to use this whole $10,000 to go out and open up new lemonade stands in different places and expand my network. This is often what companies are doing to try to grow rapidly, right? Instead of taking the 10,000 now, they say, yo, how about in a few years, we take $1 million rather than taking the 10,000 now, because we got so many of these lemonade stands. This is why sometimes companies aren't profitable. Sometimes there's other reasons too. Let's get into one that is currently profitable as well, because I just told you the buy zones on these. And hit the like button. If you never hit the like button on anybody's video, I want you to hit the like button today on this one to show some love, because I'm really giving it to you in a way that's easily digestible. Here's another one. This one is more of a long-term potential. The other two, they could graduate to being long-term, but they still in the growth phase right now, right? They still going through middle school. So they ain't really graduate from high school or college yet. They still growing. This one has already graduated, but it's really good to catch it in a good spot. This is UNH, United Healthcare. I know there's a lot of controversy with these healthcare companies, and I totally hear you. A lot of these healthcare companies they kind of trash, family, to be honest with you, but not as companies. Morally, they kind of trash. But when you think about the stock market, and I'm telling you, whenever you trading with your heart and not with your chart, you're going to find out that most of these companies have moral gray areas. The stock market is not about looking at a company as to who is the best morally. If that makes sense to you, then you know what I'm talking about. So United Healthcare at 305, I actually just picked some up recently, and I had sent the buy alert out at KGU. Many of you are in KGU, and again, shout out to y'all. You have already seen it. If not, go to KG's trades in KGU and you'll see my exact buy area with the timestamp and everything, because we really do this, family. I'm telling you, we've been killing it too. The first buy area, more of a major buy area, is a range between about 297 to about 301. What do you do with this information? You say, okay, Keenan is telling me the institutions are buying it between 297 and 301. I got to consider if this is a good investment for me, if this is a trade that I want to take. So then when I come back on the videos and I'm telling you, yo, we just made so much money in PAYS. We just made so much money in BBAI. We just made so much money in UNH. You can say to yourself, I made some money too, because I understood how to use risk management, position sizing. I understood how to actually go and buy the stock. I understood who to listen to on YouTube isn't trying to overhype every single thing and telling you, all right, buy this thing for a penny. It's going to turn into the next Bitcoin. I'm not doing that. I'm trying to give you the facts and the receipts so that you could learn and that you could teach others, family. I want you to be free. I really do. It's so important. So I'm starting off Monday strong in a way that I hope inspires you to learn and earn. UNH, United Healthcare, went up to $630 in the last year. Why did it come down? They had a lot of controversy with an assassination with their CEO. I'm not gonna get into none of that, right? Because this ain't about that. This is a video that I'm hoping YouTube don't think is harmful and dangerous. The PE ratio on this is 12, meaning it's actually in a reasonable spot compared to what this company ever was. PE is price to earnings. Like I say, if you don't know what that is, go to ChatGPT or Google it and tell them to explain PE ratio like I'm 5. This is how you compare companies to each other to see if it's making sense. When we look at it, it's actually a good range in the 12s. If it was 20, I would still be cool with that, but it's 12, it's lower, meaning it's closer to being affordable to where I like to get it. And then when I look at this, the Morningstar research report said that it's $473 at the fair value. We way under that. And then the price target is $364. We way under that. So obviously anything can happen, but this is why you got to get with your trusted voice and your trusted people. Tap into KGU so you can be up on a live stream. Do not miss out, family. And I just made a new tier that allows you to get into the doctorate level and save $200 a year on it. before. That discount never existed. We've been at this for like 6 years, but I got you with this one because I want everybody to come in who's ready to invest in themselves. But if you're not ready and you're not willing to put in the work to get to your financial freedom just yet, maybe one day you'll be there and I'll be here for you. Wait, family, I love you. I appreciate you. Everybody else, tap into the links. I'll put them in the top of the description. I'm only going to leave 2 links there, so it's easy for you to get there. I see y'all in the next one, and take care.